to put it in perspective of how I guess I want to say power hungry these mods are. Jodo, one of the main server admins, happens to be friends with Plasma, aka the guy who does
God.
A9. At one point, they're on good terms with each other to the point where Healy McFeely started to do personal insults against me for just calling him toxic. He got banned from this. He got kicked from this Discord.
Healy?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Plasma vouched for him, and then he got right back in.
Yeah, Healy. Man, I heard him talking about you like a week or two ago, just to everybody in Discord, and I'm just like, what the? Why are you even in?
Good.
He's on my server.
He was on this morning. He's not stopped.
No, he was playing a couple days ago. Every now and then I run with A9. He's still playing.
I bet he still is toxic too down in A9.
Yeah. I was in his party.
No, he didn't change. He changed everywhere outside of A9.
A9 just lets their friends in. That's why I don't go in there. Because I wanted to get in, they wouldn't let me in. And then, I've had people tell me that they literally just let their friends in, like, who have never been in. So, which, it's their group, but it's just kind of stupid.
It goes against their stated requirements of, screenshots, logs, no alts.
Right.
I guess it falls under getting vouched for question.
No.
They wouldn't let me in, so.
Yeah.
You do realize A9 has also got... You know why A9 doesn't allow alts, right?
Because they were selling.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the cool thing is that you can totally do that. Like, it's really easy to sell a run because you get the mount even if you're locked out of the boss fight.
It's not, because not long after, fun fact, not long after A9 started putting no alts is around the time that Ada posted her PayPal to start getting money to host the bot and shit.
Interesting.
It does. It means they were probably paying Ada, and then someone called them out. Oh, that was interesting.
For what it's worth, Ada's kind of a problem on my server sometimes. Like, I recognize that Ada's in one of the biggest free companies on Adamantoise, but I've straight up threatened to kick them if they didn't take shit to PMs and Novice Network, because of the amount of times it went into harassment levels of territory.
Oh man, Novice Network is so shitty on Adamantoise too.
Let it be known, if somebody in here is talking to Plasma did suddenly just hop into the channel right below us for a second.
Lol.
So if someone's talking to Plasma about this, GG, I don't care.
I don't care, yeah, fuck them. I don't like Plasma, by the way. Tell them that.
I have nothing against him, but I don't give a fuck, like...
Yeah, I know you guys don't, but me personally, they were a dick to me, and they've pretty much banned me from A9. I've heard, but I don't even try to join their.
I mean, I've been told that I can join, but I'm not going to join because from what I hear, it's all serious and all this other shit. And then you have runs like mine. I literally do nothing but dick around all of my runs. And guess what? I clear.
Every single like run that I've joined with A9, every single one of them has wiped. Most of them haven't even been able to get in. The ones that did get in had support wiped to Tristedia. All of them. I've never had one successful run with A9.
How many runs have you had with me?
I think we've done around 10 runs together.
And most of them are clears.
We had one group wipe because our sniper dropped the meteor on, I believe, Alliance B.
Yeah, that was the other morning.
I remember that.
I've seen that happen.
Yep.
Yeah, for those who aren't aware, I do nothing but runs all the fucking time. Me, Hirsch, Gun, Lumberjack, Ivy, Cupcakes. It's basic. That's like basically it almost. We're like some of the only people that go back and help people, but A9 is so helpful for getting people their clears.
Lol. Yeah, I mean, I get it.
I've gotten so many fucking clears for people, it's not even funny. I'll have people DM me and say, hey, I've never seen past this. I'm like, okay, cool, let's go. Read up. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't have requirements. My requirements, know what you're doing and be willing to own it if you fuck up.
If this Discord was just all like A9, it would be dead. So
why do you think A9 is starting to raise their requirements? They're bleeding.
Yeah. And once people get their clears, they're...
I don't blame them.
Well, plus VA is kind of only interesting for the Ozma now. Like, the mechanics are interesting and it's nice to help people, but the reality is you get money for like selling the cloth and sigil, and you get the mount.
I enjoy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good content, and if you have a group of people, for example, for those who don't know, I almost always pull groups in with friends. If you have a run going with all friends, it's a fucking fantastic shit show of memes, and it's great. But if you get that one person who wants to go fucking report you, then, well, you're fucked.
I mean, literally this morning, support team was just sitting around. Fucking, I paid for your name change, and we fought up a whole like church of hostility, and then came in and fucking RP walked to AV.
Yeah.
It's just like, what do we want to do for support? I want to go moist box farming, and then like someone had to go AFK, so there's only 5 people, and it's really hard to do on the wyverns. So and it's like,
yeah,
let's start a church.
This is the shit that happens when you do it with friends. It's nothing but jokes, memes, shits and giggles, and all this other shit. And then you have people like A9 that a lot of the people in A9 don't have Savage clears or haven't even touched Savage or have like gray parses on like Chaos, and they're like, this content is so difficult.
Like 85% of the difficulty of Ozma is just anxiety. 10% is other people doing mechanics poorly and forcing you to recover for them. And the 5% is remembering back into the right.
Literally, that entire fight can be summed up with, if one person fucks up the mechanic, eat the next black hole.
Yeah, and you can recover like that.
I mean, yeah, it just takes a certain kind of group.
Plus, I mean, even if you totally wipe, there's usually people in North Point that'll res you, so like that's...
Yeah. But fucking A9 treats it like it's fucking like Uwu or UCOB.
Oh man, if you had to listen for audio cues on Ozma to dodge a mechanic, no.
I mean, I won't say how I know these things, because I'm not going to give away my source. People in the helper channel are just as fucking toxic.
Oh, that's... Wait, there's a helper.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
In this Discord?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's basically select people, essentially. Let's put it this way. There are people in there who have looked up my FF logs and called me out on it.
That's the dumbest. Like, if you aren't... I've had people call me out because I haven't even had logs. I'm like, I haven't even touched the fight, dude. And they have like 95s. I'm like, well, you don't have a fucking 100. So you...
Yeah.
Also, the log doesn't even give you the full, like sight of the fight. You could parse gray on Ozma, and it's like, well, yeah, because Excel bombs happened, and that does damage down by a lot. Of course I'm not going to parse.
Or I'm main tanking.
Yeah,
or I literally can't...
Or I'm support, and we had to move across the platform, so I've lost 15 seconds of uptime running across a railing.
Yeah, there's all kinds of fucking shit that happens, but they literally looked up my FF logs, and I shit you not, they were just like, wow, talking some big shit for somebody who doesn't even have an Uwu clear or some shit like that. It's like, wow.
Man, this is a McDonald's.
Like, I didn't...